everybody, one of Wiisdom here. This is a bit overdue. It is Skylanders Battlecast. This is actually from my phone, an S7. The iPad is a whole nother issue. The recordings have always been massively large file sizes. I'm not a huge fan of that, and it actually doesn't look near as crisp for some reason. So I'm not a big phone person, playing games on a phone. I love everything else about it, but we're going to go ahead here, and I've already done, the intro. I haven't progressed much. I think I'm just out of the Fire Realm, unlocked Air and Tech. Might have done a couple of stages in one of those, but I'm not too far along. I've scanned in 0 cards on the iPad, 0 cards on this. It took me an eternity to get my age correct here, but let's play. And I have tested this. I've got the phone behind the mic, and it doesn't seem to pick up the sound, which is good. Then I can just put this over the video, perhaps. May need to... Here we go.
Welcome to Skylanders Academy, Battlecaster. Let me get you up to speed. Chaos is back, and he's opened up a rift into the second dimension. We have to stop him, so I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know. First things first, in this dimension, you fight with spells. Here's one for you now. Costs 1 energy. Shock. That's a good one. Notice that shock costs 1 energy to play.
Alright, so this is pretty much your walkthrough. Everything else you encounter will be basically the same, just with varying degrees of difficulty, particularly Grenade. His was annoying. Keep in mind, though, everything I did was with that. There's a little profile icon. I don't know if that's going to show up in the recording or not, but dadgum. I'm pretty sure there's no way you could lose this unless you just somehow end your turn. I don't even think you could do that, but...
Okay, let's strike back. You just got hurling boulder. Notice it costs 2 energy.
So down there in the lower left-hand corner, that's what he's talking about, the crystals. Sometimes you usually get 1, possibly 2. Sometimes you can get 0. Again, it just all kind of depends. But this is actually, again, right there, I have no idea what we got. I guess 1, because the little profile thing's in the way. If you can't see the profile thingy, it's great, because that's good. So, yeah. You will run into this all the time in this game, sadly. Like, you'll get these amazing cards, and you're like, I'm gonna destroy these people. And then you can't play it. So... Alright, so basically, and you can do multiple things per turn, for example, but it has to be within the range of your energy crystals. So, I guess I really don't need to explain this too much because Buzz kind of does it, but,
Enemies can also attack once per turn in addition to playing spells. Enemies can also attack once per turn in addition to playing spells. Notice your health goes down each time you take damage. Notice your health goes down each time you take damage.
Oh.
Let's finish this off.
Alright, so now this, it doesn't really matter your order of operations unless it ties in with the particular card. If we had multiple Skylanders and say Hothead was going to do 70 damage, you could switch him out. There's all sorts of strategy, but here it's fairly simple. So, he's got 100 health. Let's go ahead. Well, that'll finish him. So will that. So let's be a little ridiculous here. We can attack and then play the spell card to just supremely slap him in the face, and that'll do 70. This does 90. Let's just decimate the guy. So he's sitting at what, negative 50 or negative 40? Alright, so we just tap the screen to continue. Oh yeah. This looks so much more crisp than the iPad, and I don't know why. The S7's an amazing phone, but generally Apple, with their display, kind of tricks the eye a little. But it's like I assumed all versions of Battlecast were like this on the iPad, and it's just kind of like grainy, and this is not like that. This looks very nice.
One more battle and you'll be ready to go. Skylanders are more powerful as a team. These trolls should put up a good fight.
Alright, so here,
few spells. You can look at each one by holding your finger on the
Okay, so we can...
See the others,
Oh
just
my
move
gosh,
your finger
Buzz.
back and forth. Picking the right
Alright, so we can use either of these 1-point spells because that's what we've got here at the beginning. Note that Stealth Elf hits at 60, Spyro hits at 50. That's what the red, I can't really point it out to you, there's no Wiimote icon or anything, but the little red reticle up at the top, 60 and 50, and then health is located opposite that, the little green heart, 340, so Spyro plus 80 health. Doesn't really make a lot of sense with what we know, but hey. So, it makes sense to me here. We can blast him for 50. Let's just go ahead and do this and then save that one. So we're going to give her plus 10. That means she's going to hit at 70 this time. So you see it increase. We can rock it over here. And I guess I can't switch the players right now. I guess we've not gotten to that. But if you're trying to just, be as safe and cautious as possible, we would swap our low health character for our high health character. But again, that I guess we haven't gotten to that yet. So I know he mentions it somewhere. I don't know if it's this portion or the next or what. Might be after we get whacked. I don't know. This just looks so much better than the iPad, dude. It's crazy.
To win battles, it's important to keep your
Okay, so he's making us use this, but it's not too big of a deal. Alright, so she's full health. It's crazy to end your turn. If you don't see the end turn like light up in green, I think it's that way iOS and Android. There's still stuff you can do. You don't have to, but again, you'd be crazy to pass up, taking the troll down for 70 points. So now it's green, we end our turn, and we move on with our life. I don't think I've ever seen that Nether Warp card. I'm pretty excited about it. Alright, so that pansy's only hitting at 30.
Another way to heal your Skylanders is to swap them out to the sidelines. Sideline characters restore 10 health at the beginning of your turn.
That's nice, but I'm going to see if we can get by without doing that. So, that's such a cool card. I don't remember that from the first tutorial, but anyway, let's go ahead and blast. This will be a random enemy, they claim. Is it going to make me? It's going to make me do that. I at least want to hit. Okay, so in a real battle, I could take the troll down for 70, which is a smart thing to do. We could play 2 of these spell cards before we switch to Spyro, who will then just come in and take some abuse from the troll, but apparently in the tutorial, that's too advanced of a strategy. If you have 3 characters, you can pick, between the 2. So, yeah. So, we'll go ahead and do that. Give him plus 10 power this turn, so he'll go up to 60. And similarly, we've got 2 out of 3 crystals. We can't play the sweet Nether Warp, but check this out. We can blast him for 50. You do the math, that's going to leave him at 70, which again, guess who has 70? Stealth Elf, the chick we just swapped. But we'll just go ahead and take him down. Once you swap one time, you can't swap again, outside of like a card or something, which we don't have access to yet. Alright. That is a sweet looking card, though. Alright, so they have swapped in that guy. Yeah. Please be a card. Alright, so the way you can tell that, like right here. Okay, you can sort of see the magic element icon there. There's like the 6, that's the energy crystals required to play the card. This is a magic element card. It doesn't really matter too terribly much for the greater scope of things, at least that I've encountered. And while this is a life element card, note instead of having the magic element symbol or the life element symbol in this case, it has got Stealth Elf. And that means it's specific to her. So if that magic card had Spyro's head, it would be specific to him. But let's go ahead and swap her in. So she's still got her plus 10 that they haven't taken down. And now, before we attack, though... Q.
Some spells can attack sideline characters.
My computer's going to sleep. I gotta wake it up.
Sideline troll.
We totally could have killed that guy already, but you know, it's all good. It's just a tutorial. All right, so now we are complete. Nothing more we can do. Let's hope that we get 2 crystals. No, so we still won't be able to play Nether Warp. Maybe we can like use that for the grand finale again. I honestly don't remember it, but and there's some pretty cool spell cards. Even when you get hit with them, you have to sit there and kind of think, "Wow, that's cool."
Horns first. This is a character card for Spyro.
Yeah, this probably isn't the best time to do some like, can I attack? Because it's not gonna let me. But that, you know, there's smart ways to play. That would be the smart thing to do. Attack with 70, then swap, then use this card. So bash the active enemy for 100 damage. Obviously we can't swap an enemy because there's not one, but that's actually very handy, you'll find later on. So he is down to 50, and it played out so beautifully, so beautifully here in the tutorial that we just get to one hit basically destroy him there. Alright, so tap anywhere to continue. Good times. And of course, this little slot here, if we had a third character and say they died, that you would not see that. I think they might be pictured, but they're like X'd out or something. There are some quests and things like that. Get 3 wins with Trigger Happy, for example. So. Oh, no way. Spitfire is a little bit of a disappointment, not necessarily himself, but just because like that was him and Stealth Elf were sort of like the key cards, right? That you get in the starter packs. I have yet to ever play with Snapshot. I've never played with Roller Brawl. Again, all the progression that I've made on the iPad, I have not scanned a single card. That includes the Ultimate Starter Pack I just bought and got the other day. It includes the General Mills special variants. It includes also, I bought one battle deck a couple weeks ago. And then, of course, it includes the original set that the Skylanders folks sent out to me. So this is new to me, man. Roller Brawl and Snapshot, that's going to be a good time. So I didn't know that they, like, alternated this. Then again, you know, I haven't watched anyone's videos, but I just assumed everybody had the same characters. I think mine were, I know, Trigger Happy and Hothead, and then I guess Crusher. No, I have Jawbreaker too. I don't really know, but some mix of those characters. And then it turns out when you get the free spin and the free packs and everything, it's actually kind of rare to get a Skylander. Case in point, I think I showed it on the iPad in the Ultimate Starter Pack or some recent video, maybe the General Mills one. I don't have many Skylanders there. So that said, I think we're done. We should get a little payout if I remember.
There are realms for each of the 8 elements, and you'll have to free them all before facing chaos.
You're too late, Sky Losers. I've already dispatched the most impressive villains from Skylands into this dimension to conquer it in the name of me.
Oh no, my phone was going to sleep, and so I tapped the screen, and I guess we cut Chaos off. That's really sad because that's hilarious dialogue.
We are not gonna call it that.
No matter. You won't be here long enough anyway. My villains have already enslaved all of the elemental realms here.
So you're saying we have to defeat each of your villains to free the elemental...
Wait, I see what you're doing. You just want me to give away my ingenious plan. Well, here it is. The Skylanders will be utterly destroyed once and for all. Here in the second dimension!
Battlecaster, it's up to you to stop chaos and free the second dimension. The second dimension from chaos's minions.
Okay, so my apologies there. I didn't realize, I guess the iPad has a longer off time. Here's what I found in the Academy's archives. It should get you started in building a collection powerful enough to take down chaos. Good luck. So, you can build your own decks. I just play with what the game's given me so far. I don't know if this stuff is the same or not. I don't remember Jab, and I know I had to unlock Rawhide Buckler. But what I ran into on the iOS version, I did not have very many like low-level spell cards, and that is kind of a problem when you're going through some of the early stuff. But, okay, there we go. I think these are a little different, actually. Similar, many of them are the same, but I think overall they're different. Note up at the top, 33 out of 306. There are currently 306 cards to collect. Archer's Volley is cool. We'll probably go through the cards, you know, in like standalone videos. Alright, yeah, now Eon's Judgment is a cool card. And it's very OP, but again, note, these are ordered by the crystal, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 9 for Eon's Judgment. That means in order to use Eon's Judgment, you have to have 9 energy crystals. You're only going to get that as you progress through the game. Maybe you get like some bonuses or something. But, you know, it's all a good time. That's what matters. So, what if we go up here? I think you can sort this. Yeah, 3 Skylanders and then 30 cards. That's kind of the breakdown. So, Roller Brawl, Spitfire, and Snapshot is what we're going to have here. I'm still kind of torn on if I'm going to record from the phone or the iPad. I'm going to try this.
Quests will help you gather the strength to free the elemental realms. You'll get a new one each day.
Okay, so we can do that. That'll be another video, though. What I want to do now is see, can we get the free spin? Usually when you open this up, at least on the iPad, it comes up, hey, free spin.
This wonder of technology unlocks new powers each day.
Alright, my advice, if you want to play Battlecast, if you don't have a lot of time, just before you go to bed, when you wake up in the morning, do your free spin, get your free pack, you'll build a collection. Misconception here is you have to buy the cards. You do not. You can go completely through the game. There's obvious benefits to having the cards. You know, you can progress much quicker and easier. This will be just a standard card. If you get the Battlecast pack up there, that's actually, I think, 6 or 7 cards. We got an individual card here. It is Smokescreen. Enemy abilities, attacks, and spells deal negative 30 damage until your next turn. Now, you got 50 coins, so you can spin it again and go to town. You can save it up. We'll save our money for now. Then in 5 days, you get like a bigger spin with more prizes, you know. But let's come in here to shop. I need to show you this. Up in the top corner, you'll see a little flashing icon in a second.
This is the shop where you can build your collection. This is the shop where you can build your collection. Each day you'll get a free pack. There are also featured cards each day, so don't forget to check back often. Feel free to look around. There are all sorts of
Okay, now new cards will appear in 2 hours. Dadgum. So I really wanted Crankcase's cage, and it looks awesome. Sky Iron Shield, I might ought to buy that for 5. So let me show you. We got 50 coins, right? So I'm just going to tap the 5 down here. Sometimes the phone doesn't... Did it register? No. Alright, so when you buy a card, this is the process you go through. That's actually a pretty decent card. I think I had it as a beginner card, so... We'll wait on the others. But up here in the top corner, you see that bouncing pack with the gold, you know, full color text, if you will. Click this, you get 3 free cards. You get them daily. This is exactly how I've built my entire collection on the iPad thus far. So, Forgotten Headstone is a relic. Give each enemy negative 20 power. You'll learn about relics in the next, I guess, advanced tutorial. Cog of War, tech, gear, plus 10 power, plus 40 max health. An Impending Doom from Hex. At the end of the next enemy turn, afflict each enemy for 80 damage. That's pretty OP. You click done. They sort of spin around. This is a screenshot I take from the iPad that I post up on Twitter most nights. If you don't follow me there, make sure to do so. But yeah, this is just sort of like a quick little intro for you, and I've got to stop to see if I can edit this and what it's going to look like. But we'll come back in, maybe do the advanced tutorial. We'll see how this goes, see what kind of a strain it puts on my phone. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like what you see here, if you want to see more Battlecast gameplay, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. Again, I've got a lot of cards to scan in. I'm going to record the unboxings so it's fresh, at least with the Ultimate Starter Pack. Other stuff I've opened and seen already, but essentially I'll unbox that. It'll all be new. I'll upload them, I'll keep them private, and then as I scan the cards in, I'll release them, staggered probably every other day, and we'll scan them in, so it'll be a good time. But little cards to life, that's how you scan them in. True story, I've never used that. So I hear a lot of people say it's like kind of, wishy-washy, depends on the lighting and stuff. We'll experience it, see what we think. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Wiisdom.com, SkylanderClub.com. Make sure you follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I'm also on Facebook and Google+. That said, I will catch you back here for more Skylanders Battlecast action.